Hello, welcome. So today is a very important decorate with me, plan with me, actually more like memory keeping layout that I'll be doing today. It is the week of my wedding anniversary, which is my wedding anniversary is August 17th. And then I just found out yesterday that the day after my wedding anniversary is actually National Couples Day. Who knew that that was a thing? So it's perfect because when I do layouts in my Hobonichi Techo Avec, I like to do a spread across 2 days. That way they match. And so the 17th is my anniversary and the 18th is National Couples Day. So doing a layout about love and relationships is fitting for both days. So I'd like to talk through the layout that I'm going to do, as well as, I started to work on this layout off camera. And then I was like, you know what? This actually would be a good thing to talk about with the community, because it's not just about memory keeping for my special day, but I wanted to talk about goal setting as it relates to your relationships. I look at every area of my life when I am sitting down to set down my goal planning for the year, for the quarter, for the month, for the week, and for the day. I look at the various areas of my life and try to give each area some attention and establish some goals in that. So one area is my relationship, which is my marriage to my husband. And so I have set goals, and we have some goals as a couple, and I have some goals as an individual. And I'd like to review those with you, as well as work on my layout. So for my layout, I'm going to tell you what materials I'm going to use, and then as I'm doing it, we'll talk. Okay, so because I have the planner that has the Chinese lettering at the bottom, and I don't really understand it, a lot of times I like to cover it up. I used this washi tape. Well, let me show you why I chose that washi tape. So I got these stickers from Planning Priss, excuse me. This set is called Love Lives 2, and it's just of a couple in these neutral colors that I thought was really cute. This is Love Lives, and this is Love Lives 2. And then it has some boxes that go with it. I love flowers, so I wanted to pick flowers and then some washi tape that I thought would match with these pictures. So everything is based off of these pictures. So for the washi tape, I went through what I already had, and I have this box of washi tape thin vintage, and I just love these. And I got this off of Amazon. I'll put the link below in case you're interested in them. And this one has like scripts on it, and it's beige. And then this is like a light brown, and it's plain. But interestingly enough, when I put it down on the page to cover the lettering, the Chinese lettering is coming through, right? So I actually like the way this looks. If you don't, then you'd probably want to use some tape to cover it up. You could find a nice tape that's the color of your paper. For this one, you'd want to use like an off-white, but if you have white paper, then you could use white paper. Or or you could go for the color of the tape just to cover it up. But I actually like the way it looks, so I'm going to leave it. All right, so that's the washi tape. I'll put that over here. And as I said, I started to do it off camera just because I was doing my memory keeping, and I thought, oh, you know what? Let me turn on the video and do this with folks. Okay, so some other stickers that I got in my Planning Priss haul were these July stickers. I'm just showing them just because I have them. But of course, I'm not choosing them for today. But I thought those were really pretty. And so I will be using those come next July for either July 4th, or I could use them for a red, white, and blue Juneteenth layout. But then I wanted to go through the florals and see which florals I would like to use possibly with this layout. So a lot of these I thought could go. This one, oh, let me turn it this way so I can see the names. Okay, so this one is Whisper. Very pretty. No boxes with that one, but I don't necessarily need boxes. So that was one choice. Another choice is Rustic Bliss. I like that it has a touch of color, but also a touch more of color, but also could go well with the people. And some boxes. And then there's this one, Crisp Vanilla Sugar. I like. Again, it has the very neutral colors, but also a touch of pink. I like that one. And then some boxes. Crisp Vanilla Sugar. And then, what's this? Oh, this is the thank you from Michelle Faith for being part of the Planning Priss family. Thank you. We really appreciate all the support you have given us and look forward to continuing to connect with you in the future. Please tag us on IG so we can see your designs at Planning Priss XOXO. Michelle. Very nice. And these ones I like, not necessarily for this layout, but again, because I have it, I wanted to share it with you. Royal Gourd. I am into, this season I am into the blues and the oranges. And this is Tangy Blue florals that I thought would go really nice with those. And then the boxes. Okay. So I think, oh, and then this is the last one. This was Eternity. So pink and green. And Eternity 2. So this would be nice because it goes, I don't know, it says like love, romance, wedding, anniversary to me. But I think I'm going to go with this one. The Crisp Vanilla Sugar, and stay in that color theme. And then go from there. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my planning for romance and for my marriage. while I do this. One of the things that I did was to sit down and say, okay, what goals do I have for my marriage for this year? What do I want to see accomplished? And I tried to come up with an overall theme and then goals that I could have that fit under that theme. And so the biggest thing that I hoped for my marriage was increased connection, for us to continue to work on our love and our connection with each other throughout the year. And then what were my goals that could get us there? Like, what were the types of things that we needed to do or we could do to get ourselves moving in that direction, or continuing to move in that direction. I love these people because usually the folks that I have faces on them, but I kind of like that these ones don't. I like that in many ways they are either looking forward or looking towards each other. I just think they're very romantic. What kinds of things would increase connection for us? And what could we do? And then I wanted to come up with at least 4 or 5 things that I thought could do that. So I had written them on a sticky sheet, and I asked my husband to also write down 4 or 5 things that he thought he would like to see in our marriage over the year. I'm going to share mine. I don't have his, but and then we had a date night and we went over our goals, and so these were mine. So I wrote focus on intimacy, which to me is increasing connection, but intimacy is the word that I chose. And then how to do that, weekly date nights, talking at least at a minimum 5 minutes a day. We have very busy lives. And, sometimes you can have days where you're just like, hey, and you're just like 2 ships passing in the night. Or if I'm working at night, because sometimes as a physician, I have shifts at night in the hospital. And there might be a time where we are literally just passing each other. I'm coming in as he's coming out. And so I'm just committing to taking some time, whether it be on the phone or by text. Hopefully not by text, but if it has to be, at least we're communicating. And then getting a daily hug and a kiss, making that time to connect, and then celebrating, acknowledging and celebrating special days. So for me, I said Valentine's Day and anniversary. And I know some people don't like to celebrate Valentine's Day because they feel like it's a made-up holiday. But number one, all holidays are made up, and they're made up for a reason, to acknowledge and celebrate something that is a core value to us. And so that's how I look at it. And also, I love that it's actually 6 months from our anniversary. So it's it's a time to celebrate our love midway through the year. And so I love that. And then lastly, my husband and I are both big readers. So I wanted us to read a book together that focused on increasing that intimacy and our marriage goals. And so the book that we chose to start out with, or to do for the year really, is the 5 Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts by Gary Chapman. And so what we've been doing is doing a chapter a month, and just going through it. And then at the end, it has like some questions that you can do and some activities related to the topic. So this has been a lot of fun, actually, because we're taking the whole year to do that one book. It's not a lot of time, and we're able to do it, and it's not like really stressful, like, oh, how are we gonna fit this all in? We don't have time, we barely have time to talk five minutes a day, but we have all month to read the chapter, and then on one of our date nights we go over like the questions and the activities. So it's been really nice. It's been really nice to learn about each other, because we've been married for a long time, but we still are able to learn about each other, and we're still growing as individuals, and so it makes sense that we continue to grow as a couple, right? That's something that I hope that we continue to do. And again, if there's anything that you value or that's important to you, it should be a part of your planning process. Don't take anything for granted, especially your relationships. We talked a little bit before about planning for joy and what that means and what that looks like, and how part of increasing happiness in your life involves your relationships and with your family and with your friends, and increasing the time and energy that you spend on those aspects of your life. And so it makes sense to include those things in your planning process. Did I? Yes, I did. Again, when you sit down and do your goals, think about what's most important to you in your life. And if there are people, be it friends or family, that are important to you, how will you make time for them in your life this year, this month, this week, today? What will you do to show them how much you love them? To build your relationship and increase joy and a sense of purpose. I'm just going to cut that. For both of you. And likewise, I also, my husband and I do that with our family. We set goals for our relationships with our kids, with our parents, with our siblings, with our friends. We may not sit down and talk to all of them about our goals, but best believe if you are one of our loved ones, we have sat down and talked about and thought about how we will nurture those relationships this year, because it's it's important to us that we continue to grow and spend time with those we love. You know, I think, especially when you have had a time of loss, it changes you. When you've lost someone that you love, hopefully it causes you to be more introspective about your relationships and appreciate them. And plan for growth and continued success, love, and joy. And so that's what I wanted to share with you all today. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to print out some pictures from our day. Probably I might put our day here yesterday, or our anniversary day here, and then some things that we did earlier in the week also to celebrate. So I'm just going to fill this up with pictures and writing, and yeah, so thank you for decorating and planning with me and talking about what it means to plan for success and joy in your relationships. Hope you got something out of this. I know I did. A renewed sense of purpose in my relationship with my husband, and also with all of you, and sharing and growing together. So yeah, so please like this video, comment below, tell me how you acknowledge, plan for your relationships, set goals, if that's even a process for you. If you read something with your partner that helps you to grow and focus on your relationship, please let me know. Again, the book that we're reading is 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts by Gary Chapman. But we'll be looking for more. So yeah, share if you have something below. And as always, I appreciate you spending time with me, and happy planning. Bye. All right, so I added a couple of stickers that I almost forgot that I wanted to use, and these were some word phrases. You make my heart happy and love is in the air, that I had found in this sticker book. It's called Home Planner Holiday Sticker Book by Passionate Pennypincher, and it just has little phrases for every month. And so under February, it has a lot of like love, relationships, because of Valentine's Day. And so the You Make My Heart Happy was from here, and Love is in the Air is from here. But I thought that I would just come back on and let you know that. All right. Bye now, for real. Okay.